Hello, Fit Food for Life fam. Did you know the American Nutritional Pyramid is wrong? Why? What if everything you have ever been told about nutrition was wrong, that following the food pyramid is killing you? Well, it is. This idea that bread, cereals, grains, rice and pasta should form the mainstay of your diet is beyond ridiculous. It's dangerous. Blood chemistry confirms this. The food pyramid promotes a diet that is high in sugar, carbohydrates, and low in healthy fats. It's a recipe for poor nutrition, and poor nutrition is the recipe for malnutrition. Malnutrition leads to mineral deficiencies and imbalances in body chemistry, ultimately manifesting in chronic disease. But can this really be true? Could the food pyramid prescribed by the government really be wrong? Well, the figures tell us it is. While we're living longer thanks to medical intervention, the incidence of disease has also increased. Obesity, diabetes, cancer, heart disease, all different but all with a common link: the food pyramid. Approximately 32.6 million Americans have type 2 diabetes and 88 million people suffer from prediabetes. That's about 36.7%, over a third of the population of Americans who suffer as a result of their diet. Diabetes isn't just occurring at random. It is a direct result of following poor nutritional protocols set out in the government-prescribed food pyramid. The American food pyramid, once a symbol of healthy eating, now stands as a symbol of outdated science and misleading dietary advice. Created in the 1990s, this iconic pyramid has shaped the way Americans perceive food, often to their detriment. The pyramid's biggest flaw: it places an overemphasis on carbohydrates, particularly refined grains, at the base of a healthy diet. This advice, as we now know, has contributed to a surge in obesity, type 2 diabetes, and other chronic illnesses. It's time to dismantle this outdated model and build a new foundation for healthy eating, one that prioritizes whole, unprocessed foods and reflects the latest scientific understanding of nutrition. The pyramid's design, with its wide base and narrow top, implies that we should consume more of the foods at the bottom and less of those at the top. This visual representation, while seemingly straightforward, has had unintended consequences. It has led many Americans to believe that all fats are bad and that carbohydrates, especially those from refined grains like white bread and pasta, should form the cornerstone of our meals. This oversimplification of dietary advice has had a profound impact on public health, fueling the rise of chronic diseases linked to poor nutrition. The food pyramid's emphasis on carbohydrates as the foundation of a healthy diet is perhaps its most glaring error. While our bodies do need carbohydrates for energy, the type and quality of carbohydrates matter greatly. The pyramid fails to distinguish between complex carbohydrates found in whole grains, fruits, and vegetables, and refined carbohydrates found in processed foods like white bread, pastries, and sugary drinks. Refined carbohydrates have been stripped of their fiber and nutrients during processing, leading to rapid spikes in blood sugar and contributing to weight gain, insulin resistance, and an increased risk of chronic diseases. Yet the pyramid groups these refined grains with healthier choices like whole grains, creating confusion and misleading the public about the true nature of carbohydrates. This oversimplification has had far-reaching consequences, contributing to the rise of diet-related health problems. A diet high in refined carbohydrates, as encouraged by the outdated food pyramid, sets the stage for a cascade of negative health effects. When we consume refined carbohydrates, our bodies break them down quickly into sugar, leading to rapid spikes in blood glucose levels. This, in turn, triggers a surge in insulin, a hormone that helps our cells absorb glucose for energy or storage. Over time, constantly elevated insulin levels can lead to insulin resistance, a condition in which our cells become less responsive to insulin's effects. This can result in chronically high blood sugar levels, increasing the risk of type 2 diabetes, weight gain, heart disease, and other metabolic disorders. The food pyramid's failure to adequately address the harms of refined carbohydrates has played a significant role in the current epidemic of diet-related diseases. Instead of refined carbohydrates, vegetables should be the foundation of a healthy diet. Packed with vitamins, minerals, fiber, and antioxidants, vegetables provide a wealth of nutrients that are essential for optimal health. From leafy greens to colorful peppers, cruciferous vegetables to root vegetables, the variety of flavors and textures available makes it easy to incorporate vegetables into every meal. Vegetables are naturally low in calories and high in fiber, helping you feel full and satisfied while regulating digestion and blood sugar levels. Their rich antioxidant content helps protect your cells from damage caused by free radicals, reducing the risk of chronic diseases. By shifting our focus from refined carbohydrates to vegetables, we can nourish our bodies, boost our energy levels, and support long-term health. Fat is not the enemy. Embracing healthy fats for wellness, the food pyramid's demonization of fat, is another major flaw that needs to be addressed. While it's true that some fats, like trans fats found in processed foods, are detrimental to our health, others, like unsaturated fats found in olive oil, avocados, nuts, and fatty fish, are essential for optimal well-being. Healthy fats play a crucial role in hormone production, cell function, and nutrient absorption. They also help us feel satisfied after, which is extremely helpful for managing weight. Omega-3 fatty acids found in fatty fish like salmon and mackerel have been shown to have anti-inflammatory properties and protect against heart disease. By incorporating healthy fats into our diets, we can support our overall health and well-being. The protein puzzle: choosing quality over quantity. Protein is another essential nutrient that plays a vital role in building and repairing tissues, producing enzymes and hormones, and supporting immune function. However, not all protein sources are created equal. The food pyramid doesn't adequately differentiate between protein sources, lumping together lean protein sources like fish, beans, and lentils with red meat and processed meats, which can be high in saturated fat and sodium. Plant-based protein sources like beans, lentils, and tofu are excellent choices, as they are naturally low in saturated fat and rich in fiber and other nutrients. Beyond the pyramid, a holistic view of nutrition for the future. The American food pyramid, with its oversimplification of dietary advice and its reliance on outdated science, has failed to promote optimal health. It's time to move beyond this flawed model and embrace a more holistic view of nutrition, one that prioritizes whole, unprocessed foods and emphasizes the importance of dietary diversity. Instead of focusing on specific nutrients or food groups in isolation, we need to consider the synergy between different components of our diet and how they work together to support our overall health. This means choosing foods that are as close to their natural state as possible, limiting processed foods and added sugars, and paying attention to our body's unique needs and responses to different foods. Listen to your body, empower your choices. Beyond dismantling the outdated food pyramid, true dietary wisdom lies in tuning into our bodies. We are all unique individuals with different dietary needs and preferences. What works for one person may not work for another. This is why it's essential to pay attention to how different foods make us feel, both physically and mentally. Do certain foods give you more energy? Do others make you feel sluggish or bloated? By learning to listen to our body's signals, we can make more informed choices about what we eat. This means moving away from rigid dietary rules and embracing a more intuitive and personalized approach to nutrition. Rethinking dietary guidelines for a healthier America. Corruption in the food industry, the reason behind the food pyramid scam. The food industry is rife with corruption. In the 1960s, the sugar industry funded research that branded fat as the primary catalyst for heart disease. Many years later, we now know that sugar is a far greater catalyst for disease than fat. Perhaps the best example of corruption concerning the food pyramid, though, is the Heart Foundation. Just as the road to hell is paved with good intentions, the Heart Foundation was probably founded to create a healthier and happier world. But, alas, as funding was required to keep the lights on, it was eventually beholden to big business. In the case of the Heart Foundation, that big business was McDonald's, which donated a hefty $300,000 per year in exchange for a trademarked tick next to its fish burgers, salads, and chicken wraps to denote a supposedly healthy choice. The Heart Foundation is considered a non-for-profit health-promoting charity. We know charities have tax-deductible benefits. The concerns lie in where the money is coming from to fund this charity. The American food pyramid, once a symbol of healthy eating, has become a relic of outdated science and misleading dietary advice. Its overemphasis on carbohydrates, particularly refined grains, has contributed to a surge in diet-related diseases. It's time for a paradigm shift in how we view nutrition, one that prioritizes whole, unprocessed foods and recognizes the importance of dietary diversity. We need to move beyond simplistic models and empower individuals to make informed choices about their health. This requires a collective effort from policymakers, healthcare providers, educators, and individuals to challenge the status quo and advocate for dietary guidelines that reflect the latest scientific evidence and promote optimal health for all. By working together, we can create a food environment that supports rather than undermines our well-being. Comment below if you think the American Nutritional Pyramid should be adjusted to what in actuality humans should be consuming. If you enjoy this video lesson, comment, share, and subscribe for more. Keep yourself healthy, stay fit, stay fabulous.